and it was mostly used to insert nudity, a little bit of this, into your video game. Hello everyone, it's me, Game Tracker from hackerbot.net, and today we're going to be talking about the cotton candy of game cheating, the game mod. The most popular thing out there, the must-have software for mobile gamers, especially when it comes to cheating in their favorite video games. Now, initially, the term mod was, describing mods mostly on PC because mobile phones didn't really exist yet. And it was mostly used to, let's say, insert nudity, a little bit of this, into your video games. So, that's how it started. And then it developed into the amazing cheating thing that we have these days for your Androids and your iOS devices, especially. So modding has been a thing forever. It started on PC. It was used for cheating always, but now with the advent of mobile gaming and with APKs and iOS apps, it has become one of the main cheating methods because it's one of the easiest to download and install as compared to the alternatives. Okay, so let's get over the basics first. Now, if you are simply out there on Google looking for mods for your favorite probably a mobile game, you're gonna run into a lot of fakes. So for example, if you Google coin master hacks, you're gonna find a lot of weird stuff, like, unlimited spins, unlimited coins, unlimited spins. And you know what you're gonna notice is that none of these work. Most of them are fake and aren't even the game that you're trying to play. A lot of downloads will simply not work. There will be weird generators and things. So why is that? Well, it's because there is such a thing as offline and online games. So not all cheats, such as money hacks that you see here, are possible in all games. So what I'm trying to say here is that certain games, they are using the internet to store basically your gem values, your money values, your health, and so on. So certain cheats are simply not possible. Now, the especially intelligent among you will notice that, technically you can still modify the data even if it's on a server. Yes, you can. Highly illegal. Do not do it. If you could do it, you would be working for the government, doing weird stuff, probably for the, security service or something. So let's just leave that possibility away. For all practical purposes, it's not possible to do. And besides that, never ever in the history of ever has it been the case that you simply go to an online website, push a button, and get unlimited coins or monies. That's simply not how cheating works. If you want to learn more about that, Google hackerbot scam generator, and you will get the whole explanation as to why all these generators and these human verification things are all scams, fake, will never, ever work in the history of ever. If you do not believe me, do try. You will never succeed. None of these will ever work. So I would bet money on that, but anyways, you will notice. So that is one of the basic things about mods. Now, the legitimate mods that are actually possible, I just have an example here. This is on my Android emulator. It's a mod for a game called Gunfire Girls, and this is one of those mods, one of these games, where part of the game is processed on the client, so on your phone, like the client here, that connects to the internet, and part of it, as you can see here, the gems are processed online, which is why I only have 3 of them. The mod gave me unlimited credits, but not unlimited gems, because the gems are impossible to hackerino or jackerino, and the money is possible to jackerino. So that is why this is the way it is. This is an example of a mod. All I did is download the mod, install it. I didn't have to do anything else. Now, most mods will be more complicated to install on both Android and iOS, okay? Most will require you to have a rooted device or a jailbroken device. What I recommend is use Android and use an emulator, because emulators only exist for Android right now, and an emulator has so many uses. So especially for malware. If you're getting malware, which if you're downloading from a place that you can't really trust, that does happen even on Android. So an emulator, if it gets malware, you can just simply uninstall it, reinstall it, oh, no harm done, you're good. You can move on with your life. If you do that with your physical device, you're gonna be screwed. So please, always use a secondary account for online games and an emulator anyways to test these mods that you download from random places on the internet, if it's an APK or an iOS app or whatever. Okay, now how do I find legitimate mods with cheats that actually work? As we have established, the ones you find online are gonna be fake. 99% of them, because I don't know exactly why, but that's just the way it is. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go to hackerbot.net. Just Google game hacks or hackerbot, and you will go to hackerbot.net and then go to download cheats. There you will find a guide on how to use our hack finder tool in order to find legitimate cheats for your specific game that you're trying to jack. Okay, so what we do here is simply enter the name of your game, like PUBG Mobile, and then the version of your game. You can look that up by following the guide down below the tool, and then you will just search, and if a mod exists, it will show up here. Only legitimate providers with a proven track record of delivering high quality software that is clean, that won't get you banned, are included in this tool. However, make sure you're using the current version of the game to search. Very important. Also, mods will not always exist for every single game. That is also very important to note. The smaller and less popular the game, the less likely that there are mods for it. It's always more likely that there will be mods for Android than iOS. So if you're looking for the same thing on iOS, there's gonna be less results. Although in this case, a result actually exists. A mod actually exists for iOS. But then PUBG Mobile is like the most popular game on Android, so that's not very surprising. So this works for Android, iOS. This tool works for any gaming platform, but of course mods are most popular on Android and iOS. They will be easiest to use on Android, especially since you have emulators on Android, and emulators can be rooted in 2 seconds. Let me demonstrate. 1, 2, and there we go. It's now rooted. Done. So that's how it works on Android. Doesn't matter if you're using Nox, BlueStacks, whatever, Mimu. There are dozens of emulators. I'm using Nox for Android because that's what I've always used. And humans do not like change, and I don't like change either. By the way, anyways. So that is how you do that. Make sure to follow the installation instructions with these mods to a T. Okay, very important. You go through it step by step, do everything exactly the way it's written, else you are running the danger of getting automatically banned or having it simply not work and wasting a lot of time for yourself. So please do follow the instructions, the installation instructions, very carefully. We've gone over what cheats are possible. Mani cheaterinos in all of the popular games will usually not be possible, no matter how awesome it sounds. They are usually online based, so if you disconnect your data, disconnect your internet, disconnect your Wi-Fi, and you can't play the game, then 99% certain that you can't get working Mani mods for that game, no matter what the people on Google say. Because they're lying, okay? They're simply lying to get you to click on the result. So please, anyways. So that's mods. There are also mod menus, of course, that are simply more advanced mods where you can customize and enable certain features and disable them. They will usually be paid. I do recommend checking them out. They are less of a hassle. Of course, mods will always have to be updated with every single update of the game, and if you're paying for a service, then usually the update is going to happen a lot faster than if you were just using a random free mod that someone put online, and maybe they're going to update it or maybe not, because they're not getting paid, so why would they? So that's also something to consider. However, free mods do exist, plenty of them, but not for every single game. Same goes for paid mods. The limits of what mods can do are the limits of what every kind of game cheat can do. They will be most effective, of course, in shooters where wall hacks and aimbots and stuff are possible. Then super jumping, physics hacks where you can walk through walls. In very rare cases, you can be invisible. In very rare cases, like in this game, you can get a certain currency for free, or maybe even all currencies. Who knows? And please make sure you're using a trustworthy provider. Don't just Google something and download the first thing you see. It's most likely going to be adware, malware. Please be very, very careful. Head over to hackerbot.net. Go to our download cheats section to find legitimate cheats. Go to our learn cheating section to learn all of the basics about game hacking and game cheating. We also have articles about aimbots, whether it's legal to game cheat. Spoilers, in 99% it's legal, yes, and exploits, game bans, everything, okay? I wasn't able to go over all of the basics about game cheating in this video, so I recommend you check out the game hack section. There will be videos included, so you don't have to read a boring article, because I know you are far too sophisticated and busy to deal with these things and just want your butler to handle all the reading for you, which is what I have done for you. So I made a video so you don't have to read anything. Anyways, guys, head over to hackerbot.net, get educated, download your legitimate mods for your favorite video games on Android and iOS. I'm Game Tracker, and I'm signing out.